of Confederation College and Cambrian College, as well as a representative from Kanata, one of my co-counselors, Sir Roy Cruz. Okay, so just to give you an idea about the flow of today's info session, we'll have the school representatives present first and discuss their respective schools, followed by Sir Roy to introduce Kanata for those of you who have little idea about who we are and discuss the services that we offer. All right, so just a few reminders. First of all, please make sure to keep your microphones on mute in order to not interrupt our presenters. And for those of you who have not yet put their name, email address, and contact number in the chat box, please do so that we can contact you next week for a free assessment and consultation. All right. So, by the way, at the end, we will have a question and answer portion. So you can leave your questions at any point in our presentation, but we will answer them during the Q&A session. All right. So without further ado, may I call on our first presenter, Miss Christelle from Confederation College. Are you ready with your presentation?
Hi. Thank you so much, Mr. Rain, Sir Roy, and Team Canada. And of course, hello, Miss Sophie of Cambrian College. Very excited to present about Confederation College. And later on, you're gonna learn more also about Cambrian. We are so grateful for your presence today, despite that it is the weekend, and hopefully given the time that we're going to steal from you this afternoon, we hope that we will provide you the information that you need for your study pathway in Canada through Canada. Okay, so let me share my screen. Hopefully you can see my screen. In my presentation, which I have about 15 minutes, so kindly pay attention. We're going to cover a little bit about why Confederation College, and then talk a little bit about the program. And so let's give it a go. So before I start off, I'm going to show a very quick video of our campus for us to have a glimpse of some of the programs and, of course, our community as well. So please watch this. So with that short clipping, we hope that you've seen about the different programs that we offer, from culinary, healthcare, engineering, and array of business. These are only a few of the programs that we offer. And of course, and we also saw a little view of the community, because it is very important that we know what the community looks like. It's part of your deliberation process when we're in you select for the program, you select for the location, because it will have a long-term and, of course, short-term impact towards your study journey. So 5 things we would like to share with you about why Confederation College is also a great option for you or for your family, if you're going to bring your kids with you or your spouse. And first off is our notable reputation, followed by strategic location. Next is affordability. Is that possible? Yes, we're not going to deny the fact that this is an investment. So, which means we need to allocate some of our fundings for the studies and also for our cost of living, just to name few. And of course, we do have an array of student support, followed by our flexibility when it comes to admissions. So first off, so I'm just gonna highlight a few of the aspects here. And as you can see from the screen, so there's a survey conducted by Colleges Ontario. So the name of that organization or company, sorry if I could not decipher if they're an organization or company, but basically they were hired, or they worked together with the Ministry of Universities and Colleges in Canada, counterpart of CHED in the Philippines, and they surveyed different public colleges, all the public colleges in Ontario. And we're very happy to inform you that we have scored a, okay, so we have scored the second highest for the graduate employment rate for 2022 amongst the different colleges in Ontario. So this is a very important factor because we go for a program that would definitely provide us an opportunity or a springboard to find employment as well. And with the stats that we have garnered, this has really establish a bona fide results wherein the programs are effective, the skills that they've learned are needed in the community and elsewhere. Therefore, we have scored the second highest in the whole province. And if we would track the whole presentation, so the 5 reasons why Confederation College, this also satisfied why we have received this hefty graduate employment rate. But to top it all, ultimately, the reason behind it, even we've got great support from state-of-the-art campus, great instructors, it really is because of the students. They really pushed hard as well. They attended all the webinars, seminars, job fairs, they network with a lot of people in the community, and they also went for the program that they, of course, that they do like. Okay, and so it really is definitely the students and clients, and of course we're grateful because under Kanata Education, they have really provided us great students who were such an excellent contribution to the community, to the campus. So we're very grateful. And we are excited because you're next. Okay. Next one is the location. We are quite strategic when it comes to location. Did you know that I forgot to mention though that Confederation College is located in the province of Ontario, particularly in the city of Thunder Bay. Okay, Thunder Bay, and Thunder Bay is quite strategic, as I've mentioned, because we do have access to air. We've got Thunder Bay International Airport. We've got Port of Thunder Bay. We could also access by land. If going to Minnesota, USA, Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Toronto, that could be accessed by flight or by car. And just a little bit of trivia. Did you know that in Ontario alone, there are 48 airports? Can you imagine that? 48. But of course, we cannot compare all of the airports. It's apples and oranges. But when we say 48, the golden question is that, well, okay, what is the ranking when it comes to the busiest out of the 48? What is the ranking of Thunder Bay International Airport? We are, okay, get this, number 4 as the 4th busiest airport in the province of Ontario. This is a reference from visitthunderbay.com. And that speaks volume. It means that we do expect international, domestic travelers and investors in the community. At the same time, we are known as one of Canada's top emerging cities. And Thunder Bay City would be an ideal place for those who would want to transition smoothly in Canada. Because again, we must admit, going overseas, it's overwhelming and it would entail a lot of effort, energy, and some may be pressured, some may be overwhelmed. So it's a great environment for you to slowly transition, whether you're coming alone or coming with your family. It's a great environment. It's not as crazy hectic. It's a place where and you can breathe, focus on your academics. You can find opportunities for employment part-time and also full-time. And of course, most importantly, if you are looking at the long-term plan, which is to apply for a residency, we are also part of a pilot program called Rural and North Immigration Pilot Program. I believe that Cambrian is also has great news about this. And for RNIP, so this is a an effort or derivative from the government of Canada, wherein they're inviting new Canadians, okay, or immigrants, whether they're students or workers, to go to another place and also build their life in that area. So Thunder Bay City is one of the several participating communities under this immigration pathway. Of course, just to mention, some of our students would also be eligible to apply through other pathways through Canadian Experience Class or and also Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program. And of course, since I'm only a registered consultant, could talk further about this, you can check out the government website. But the bottom line here as well is that this is a blessing. It's an opportunity if should rather you want to stay there long term. But just to study and build your career in Canada is already an excellent objective. Okay, moving forward, affordability. So how can we lessen the determined or predicted expenses, a part of the tuition from the tuition fee and school fees. Of course, there are expenses or costing that you have to bear in mind. And one, of course, is the transportation and housing. So we have some great news for you as a student at Confederation College. You have access to the transit bus, which is helpful, especially during winter, because it's quite difficult to commute in this kind of season, and it's easy for you now to navigate because some of the bus stop could be right in front of the residence where you're staying at, and then it stops at right in front of the campus. So students have access to this whether they want to go to the campus, the grocery, the mall, wherever that could be a stop for the transit. And instead of paying like per transport or per ride, so you would probably allot say 2000 about not really 2000, say 200, rather 200 or 300 Canadian dollars per month times 12. So you get to save instead of paying that every month. We only charge admin fee, which is about $300, which is already part of your school fees, by the way. That is good for 1 year. All right. So in conclusion, you get to save conservatively 60,000 pesos a year just for the transportation alone. Next is would be the residence. So potentially you could also save some expenses when it comes to this. And inflation happens across the globe, whether whichever part of the world you are. And Canada is not exempted from this. So there are different rates when it comes to housing, depends where the city or the province is, where the school is situated. And for us, we've got on-campus accommodation and off-campus. So for the on-campus, we have a dorm style and apartment style, and you could rent as low as 15,000 pesos per month with Wi-Fi and utilities already. And that is room for sharing. So to sum it up, potentially can save about 160,000 pesos per year. Of course, if you go for another year or 2-year program, that's times two. Okay. All right. Next one is our student support. Every school in Canada would have their amazing support, and Confederation College is also very happy when it comes to this. So we do have an array of activities to make sure the students are at par with the expectations of their academics and having a balanced living as well. We conduct a pre-arrival webinar series. So this is every intake wherein you have your visa, about to lodge for your visa. As long as you have your offer, you've paid your deposit fee, you have access to the exclusive webinar 2 months before your class begins. Imagine that, 2 months. You're still back at your home country, and you get to learn about different topics about finding a residence, or what are the things I need to bring with me when I cross immigration. What are the expectations for me working in Canada? Where are the links I can apply to for my part-time job? So we really want to lessen the on the inevitable stress. And so by providing this information, that would could also help our partners like Kanata, and of course you, our prospective clients. All right. And next one, lastly, our admissions. So we do accommodate graduates of old curriculum without any post-secondary. We also accommodate K-12 grads and also degree holders, masters holders. And we do waive IELTS for K-12 graduates and degree holders. Okay, so 5 things. Hopefully, those things would really level up when it comes to your decision making. All right, now second part of this info session by Confed would be about the programs that we offer. So we're gonna do this in passing. You can take a screenshot and later you can consult one-on-one with Kanata. We've got here our flagship programs. First off is our aerospace program and aviation technician program, one of the best across Canada, one of the best state-of-the-art facilities in the country as well. Of course, the demand for employment is high, very high. And we've got an array of engineering programs. These are very much sought after in the community. Also not just in our community, but across the northwestern part of Ontario. Next is, of course, we do have skilled trades program from forestry to automotive programs. And of course, we do have an array of business program from 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year. Next is very popular as well under the faculty of hospitality. We've got culinary management. We also have film production, by the way, and interactive media development. And this is one of the best sellers across. Apart from engineering programs that we're also very proud about, we've got an array of healthcare programs. So all the programs that you see, also except pharmacy technician, do not require IELTS. So all of these programs, even practical nursing, we don't require English proficiency except for pharmacy technician, which is, by the way, our newest program for September 2024. Next is our community programs, also one of the best programs that we have. So if you are a psych graduate or psychology graduate, social studies, academe, or you're a teacher and healthcare worker, you could go for any of these programs, especially developmental service and recreation therapy. And lastly, we do have postgraduate programs from business, IT, engineering, and healthcare. And apart from the under the umbrella of affordability, how more can we potentially save more money? And if you are an engineering graduate or engineering budding engineer, you could go for any of these 2 year program, and we're giving out 1,000 Canadian scholarship for September 2024. Please take note that seats are limited under the scholarship bracket. Okay, so if you are going for this program, you can potentially save 200,000 on the first year, right? Because the housing and the transportation plus the 1,000 scholarship, that's about 200,000 in total. All right. Okay. So, which intakes are still open? May is still open. That is spring and fall for September 2024, which we just recently opened. We recommend that you apply early for September 2024 as seats really get competitive. And also you have to take mind of the visa approval process as well, the timings. And just sharing here some of the a photo by one of Kanata's clients. So this is Brian, a client of Kanata. We featured him in one of our conversation, our talks amongst the student wherein we feature our student. You can check out our Facebook page, by the way, Confederation College International Philippines. So we're very proud of Kanata's students. So, and he is thriving. He's new in the community, but he is already thriving. So there we go. Thank you, Sir Brian, and thank you so much, Kanata. All right, so that ends my presentation. Once again, this is Chris, and this is Confederation College. Back to you, Miss Lorraine.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Christelle, for that detailed presentation. It was so interesting to learn about the characteristics of Thunder Bay so that, in case any of our attendees here are interested to study in Confederation, then now they have an idea about what the city is like and what to expect upon living there. All right. So thank you for that again. Now let's proceed with our second presenter, Miss Sophia. But before that, I just want to remind our attendees for any of you who joined just now, please put your full name, email address, and contact number in the chat box so that we can contact you and call you next week for a consultation. Okay, so may I call on Miss Sophia to discuss about Cambrian College?
All right, so Mabuhay Lawrence. Hello everybody, and thank you, Miss Christelle, for your informative presentation, and nice to see you again. All right, yeah, so Mabuhay everybody. Thank you for joining the webinar today with our top trusted agent, Canada. Thank you so much, the team, for inviting me. And welcome to the webinar with True Public college in Northern Ontario, which give you many benefits while studying in Canada. And I believe that you are all here are impressed with Confederation College. And now let's go to Cambrian College. We are another option for you guys. Yeah, if you wanted to study in the north of Ontario and you want to apply to become a PR under our NIP program, Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program. All right, so here you are. Now I will share my screen. Okay, so here you are. Okay, so welcome to Cambrian College. And yeah, so we are the public college, so you are eligible to apply for PCWB up to 3 years in Canada after graduation. And currently, for Cambrian College, we do have more than 100 Pinoy students who are studying with us. And I would like to share with you the quick video clip about one of our testimonial from Filipino student to hear about what they want to share about Cambrian College as well as Super Rig. So here you are.
Hi everyone, my name is Marjorie Enjaverillo and I took up Human Resources Management Program, which is a one-year postgraduate certificate program in Cambrian College located here in Sudbury. The faculty and staff of Cambrian College are very accommodating and they are very welcoming to all international students like me. And the community of Sudbury in general is very laid back. It's very nice and it offers a lot of outdoor activities. So if you like to go on hiking, go on fishing, and go to an adventure, then Sudbury is a place to go to. So to all international students out there who are looking for a good school and a good community to settle, then Cambrian College and Sudbury is highly recommended to jumpstart your international career and your international education. See you here.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, see you here in Sudbury. So as you can hear that, she's very happy when she studied with us and she lives in Sudbury. And most of students here, especially from Filipino students, yeah, they all happy when they study here with Cambrian College. And they said that Canada is that is the good destination for them where dreams do come true. So I hope that it's your turn for now. If you choose to study in Canada, your dreams will come true as well. All right, so now let's move to our location. So where is Cambrian College? So as you can see that Cambrian College, we are located in Sudbury, Ontario. And from Sudbury to Toronto, it takes around 4 hours by driving or less than 1 hour by airplane. And Sudbury is also the biggest city in the Northern Ontario, and we are also the biggest city in the RNIP program as well. So that being said, there are many job opportunities here in Sudbury that offer for international students, including part-time job and also full-time job. So now let's move to a little bit about Sudbury. So Sudbury, actually, we have two nicknames. Yeah, we have two names of the city. First of all, we are the city of nickel. Yeah, because we are the mining capital of the world. And that's the reason why mining is the top industry here in Sudbury. And we do have the unit landmark in Sudbury. It's the biggest nickel. Yeah, the biggest nickel here. So for you guys, in the future, if you have a chance to visit Sudbury, please take the picture with this one. This is our unit landmark. It's very beautiful. And also, we are the city of lakes because we have more than 300 lakes and 100 kilometers of trails in every direction. So if you love the outdoor activity, if you love to go hiking, go skiing, definitely Sudbury is a good destination for you. And also, we are a center for shopping, entertainment, outdoor activity, culinary, health, and education. All right, and before I share to you the top reason why you should choose Sudbury to study, I would love to share with you the quick video clip about our community. So here you are. All right, so welcome to Sudbury. I hope that you love this place. Yeah, because you can see that there is never a boring day or night in Sudbury because there are many outdoor activity for you guys. By the way, I would love to share with you the top reason for choosing in Sudbury. So first of all, as I mentioned, Sudbury is the largest city in the Northern Ontario, so many employment opportunity here for you guys. And also, this is a safer and welcoming community. And as well as if you choose to study in Sudbury, we will offer you the accessible cost of living. So compared to the biggest city like Toronto or Vancouver, I do believe that if you choose to study in Sudbury or even Thunder Bay, yeah, absolutely. You can save money from the cost of living and as well as tuition fee. And on the top of that is about the immigration opportunity because we are all belong to the RNIP program, our Sudbury, our community, and as well as Thunder Bay, right? So that's the reason why in 2015, we are one of the Canada Happiness City. Okay. So now let's move to the job opportunity, the career prospect in Sudbury. So I would love to share with you the key biggest employer in Sudbury. So well, they come from mining, absolutely. And the second industry, they come from healthcare, education, finance, or engineering technology. So that's the reason why if you choose to study the program related to this industry, for example, mining, engineering, technician, personal support worker, or OTBA, or early childhood education or social service worker or skill and trade program. Absolutely, it's easier for you to get a job offer after graduation because it belongs to the key biggest employer in Super. And yeah, and actually, I would love to share with you some statistics in Canada in 2021 from employment by industry in Super. So you can see that healthcare, mining, education, community service is the top, is the high demand job right now in Super. And yes, and as you can see that many opportunity in mining and skilled trades in Super as well. All right, so yeah, actually, okay, I would love to share with you this is the comparison for salary, yeah, especially for mining in Super compared to the average salary in Ontario. So you can see that the income if you work for mining industry in Super, for annual, you can I mean that your salary is around more than 100,000 Canadian dollar per year, right? So it's very high if you work for mining industry here in Super. And actually, we do have a lot of opportunity related to healthcare here. Okay, so now let's move to Cambrian College. So as you can see that this is our main campus in Super. And currently, we are welcome more than 5,000 full-time students. And for Filipino students, we have more than 100 Pinoy students. And we do have the Filipino community here. So if you are the new student, not only you receive the fully support from our college, but also you will receive the fully support from our community here in Super. And currently, we have more than 80 career-focused program for international students. Yeah, for example, you can see that we offer skill and trades program, business, IT, health science, for example, personal support worker, occupational therapist, assistant, and we do have the community early childhood education, social service worker, and a lot of program related to engineering technology. And also, we do offer the postgrad certificate and diploma program for 1 or 2 years. Yeah. All right. And furthermore, we also offer the degrees at Cambrian College. For example, we offer 4 years bachelor degree or 3 years bachelor degree of business administration. Okay, so let's talk about the admission requirements and intake in in Cambrian College. So we do require IELTS for or Duolingo. However, for Pinoy student, for Filipino student, we waive IELTS for you guys as long as you provide the MOI, medium of instruction. All right, so and in terms of the postgrad certificate, because most of program at Cambrian College, we are offer only 1 year program. So if you want to apply for BCWB up to 3 years, you should study 1+1 program. And we call this a bundle program. And at Cambrian College, we are able to issue the LOA with 2 programs on 1 LOA. And I believe that is very helpful for your visa, right? For example, your first program is related to business analysis, and your second program is about project management. And in terms of the intake, we do offer 6 intakes per year. Yeah, for postgrad certificate in January, March, May, July, September, and November. So I have to say that you cannot miss anything here in Super. I mean that in Cambrian College. All right, and in terms of the application process, so no worries about that. You just need to provide your document to Canada team, and they definitely with your application. So for your information, that our processing time will take around 4 to 6 weeks to receive the readmit letter. All right, And now let's move to the accommodation. So we do offer the resident, the on-campus resident. So if you are the individual student, you should choose to stay in our on-campus resident because we offer the discount for the new student. Yeah, we do offer the dorm style or the townhouse, and I will give you more detail about the discount later on. Otherwise, if you go to separate with your family, with your spouse, with your children, yes, we do have the housing of campus for you guys. And here is the estimation tuition fee and living expense for the new student for 1 year. So I would love to take the business analysis as an example. So the tuition fee for this program, including tuition fee, insurance, service fee, around 14,000 Kenyan dollar per year. And when you add books, investment, room semester, food, but and so total every year you may spend around 28,000 Kenyan dollar per year for tuition fee and living expense. And in terms of the career center and service, so again, we always prioritize the student service at Cambrian College. So anytime if you have trouble, you have issue, you just need to make the appointment with our team, and definitely you will we will have you one by one. We will consult you one by one. And in terms of the career center, we do have the career center in campus. And every year we will organize a career fair to help you to look for the employer here or the job opportunity here in Cambrian College. All right, and yeah, so before moving the last part, I would love to share with you the scholarship and financial support that currently available at Cambrian College. So first of all, if you apply to under Kanata agency, we will waive application fee for you up to $95 per dollar. And we do have the promotion, some discount for new students. So first of all, you will receive the housing bursary up to $1,800 for the first semester if you stay in our on-campus resident. And furthermore, you will receive the books bursary up to $500. And you will receive the taxi 100% reimbursement, as well as the accommodation 100% reimbursement for maximum 2 nights in separate. And also, in terms of the scholarship, we do offer the current scholarship for current students. In that you need to study with us at least the first semester, and depends on your GPA. For example, your GPA above 3.5, you are eligible to apply for scholarship from $500 to 1,000 Kenyan dollar. Okay. Yes, and that is all information about Cambrian College. And now I would love to share with you the overall, the general information about immigration at Cambrian in separate that we are available for international students. So as you can see that this is the pathway for students to PR. So first of all, you need to study, right? It's very important. And then you can apply for BCWB. And again, for both of school today, Confederation and Cambrian College, you are eligible to apply for BCWB up to 3 years after graduation. And after that, eventually, right, you will think about PR, to apply for PR. And nowadays, for Canadian government, they offer many options for related to PR for international students. For example, it's for entry, CEC, provincial nominee program, PMP. And now, if you choose to study in Sudbury or Thunder Bay, you definitely will have the RNIP option for you, the Rural and Northern Pilot Program. So for Rural and Northern Pilot Program, so this is still the pilot program. Yeah, I hope that next year we will have the official announcement about the program, by the way. Actually at the moment we do this program. There are 11 community. Yeah, there are 11 community who are participating in this program, and Sudbury is one of them. And for your information, that Sudbury is the largest of 11 cities in the RNIP program. And this program in our community, right? we refer for 25 to 45 years old applicants. And absolutely, we do have the requirement for the RNIP program, but the most important is to have a job offer, full-time and permanent job after graduation. And then you need to have enough the score, enough the point that and then you can apply for RNIP. So for more information about the RNIP program, please visit this website, investory.ca, and then you can get more details about the RNIP program. Okay, so, but by the way, in my opinion, this is the program very, it's the good program for the mature student, and especially for the student who go to with their spouse, with your spouse. Yeah, this is your more benefit for you guys. All right, so to summarize about Cambrian College, I would love to share with you message from our manager team that they want to share to you as our new international students. So here you are.
I am here to support the students to create the sense of community.
I'm here to support you to study a new life in Canada.
I want students to flourish,
I want our students to thrive,
to achieve their goals,
and enjoy the new culture for your own life.
to become a better professional in Canada.
All right, yeah, so that's what we want to share to you. So at Cambrian College, we always prioritize the student service here. We offer you the accessible cost of living, and we are the safe and welcoming community. We offer the opportunity, and on the top of that, we have the immigration opportunities for Filipino students. So I hope that with this reason, one day you can choose Cambrian College to start your journey, and one day you can make Cambrian College become your second home. Thank you so much for your listening. That's in my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sophia, for your insightful presentation. It was good to hear about the job opportunities in Sudbury, since that's one of the consider when choosing a school. So just some reminders for our newcomers. Please make sure to type in your full name, email address, and mobile number in our chat box so we can call you next week for a consultation. All right, so far the presentations have been very informative, but we are not yet done. So for our attendees, I hope that you will stick around until the end if you can. Now you will hear about Kanata and the services that we offer, as well as the explanation of the student visa application process. So may I please call on Sir Roy to discuss about Kanata?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, guys. Right, can you see my screen? All right. So, hi, I'm Roy Cruz, one of the education counselors of Kanata, and I'll be the one who will be discussing our agency and how can we help you in your future application. And I just want to thank Miss Cristel and Miss Sophia for their informative presentations for their schools, and we are very lucky that we are here with the two representatives from the schools. And please, guys, please take advantage of this opportunity to ask questions for our school representatives, because they are the experts in their schools. So they discuss about the strategic one of the advantages of their locations is the immigration pathway that is available. So please don't hesitate to ask questions, and later on during our Q&A we will be addressing, and we are so blessed that we will be answering those questions. Okay, so let's start with a question: why Canada? So why Canada is the most attractive countries, or most of the fellow kababayans is attracted to apply for their study destinations or immigration destination. So aside from it's a beautiful country, it's cold because of the winter season, and the opportunities, the exciting campus that was mentioned earlier. Most of all is the unlimited opportunities that awaits you as an international student. And as an international student, you do have these benefits. You do have 3 benefits, right? So first benefit is you can work while you're studying. So here are some guidelines for your benefit as an international student, or your first benefit. So you can work on campus, off campus, or co-op. So earlier there are some programs that were mentioned that has co-op. So co-op is like an OJT for us. So it is incorporated with the program, and of course you can work. They mentioned the opportunities out there in their respective locations. So there will be an off-campus jobs for you available for you once you choose their school destination. So for this benefit, there are some guidelines for it. So you are allowed to work 20 hours during your school days and 40 hours during your school break, sem break, term break, or holiday breaks. Okay? And second benefit is, who amongst you heard the postgraduate working permit or the PGWP for the first time? Can you type in sa chat box? Sino can you type in sa chat box if first time niyo narinig yung postgraduate working permit? Type 1. Okay, thank you. So, thank you sa pag-answer, no? So, this is the second time that you will be hearing it. So, postgraduate working permit, from the name itself, postgraduate, so it is a benefit that after you study, you will be getting, or you will be eligible to apply for a working permit. So, take note, again, ulitin ko lang, na after you graduate, that's the only time that you will be eligible to apply for this work permit. Okay? So, why we mentioned that you can stay up to 3 years, 5 years in Canada, because he's heavily relying on the duration of your program. So if your program is only 1 year, you will be eligible to apply for a 1-year postgraduate working permit. But if your programs is equivalent to a 2-year study or more, you will be eligible to apply for a postgraduate of up to 3 years. So that is why we mentioned that you can stay in Canada initially for 5 years already. Okay? So that is your second benefit. Your third one, but not the last or the least, is you can bring your dependents. So here are among considered dependents. So you dependents is your spouse or common law partner. You can just only choose one, and then of course your children if you plan to bring your family. So for your dependents, is for your spouse or common law partner, they are allowed to work for full time at the day 1 of your classes. Okay? And then for your children, they can study for free up to K-12. And mentioning these benefits, you can maximize it, and of course, our ultimate goal here is to be a permanent resident. That is why our school representative mentions the possible or your future immigration pathways that you can take advantage of or be eligible to apply. So there's a lot of pathways that will be available for you. So hindi kayo maubusan ng options. Okay? So that is the opportunities that awaits you in Canada. So who amongst you have first time narinig yung Kanata? Can you type 1 in chat box? First time. All right. Okay. So I think there's 3 first time. All right. Sa hindi, you can type 2. Okay. So, who we are as an agency. So, we are one of the leading agencies that is focused in Canada, and then we are helping with the student and visa application process. So, we are one of the leading agencies in Manila, and or even the Philippines. And we in terms of our success rate or our students, we have already have sent last year almost 200, more than 200 students, and this year we're already ending the year with almost double, more than double of our numbers last year. So that is how we help our students with their, or successfully help our students land to Canada. And also we have over 5 years of experience in student to visa application process. Okay, so what can we provide to you, or what's in it for you guys? So what do you get from our services? So we do have this premium student package that we call. So we will be having this 6 stages or 6 processes in our application. So number 1 is the consultation and program recommendation. That is why we are suggesting that you type in your contact details, your full name, your email, and your contact number, so we can provide to you, or you can get a one-on-one free consultation with us for us to dissect, for us to answer all the questions all the questions. We won't be gatekeeping any information to you. We will be giving all the value needed for this application, so you will be informed and you will have this clarity for you to help to decide if this opportunity is for you. So we will be providing all the consultation, all the program recommendations based on your background. And after that, we will be having a school, we will be the one who will do your school application. All you have to do is to send us a scan copy of your documents, and we will be the one who will do your school application. And also, for the documentation, this is one of the very crucial part of your study in Canada application, because it's a nitty-gritty part, and there's no room for error in this documentation. So as we do have a team of experts that is assigned and very thoroughly checking or triple checking all your documents to be provided. So we will be helping you and providing you a comprehensive list of requirements for you to comply. And also for the study plan revision, the SOP, statement of purpose, or letter of intent. So sino dito yung natatakot gumawa ng SOP or first time narinig sa SOP? Can you type 1 sa chat box? Okay. All right. So thank you for your response. So in this part, as your agency, you will be getting this revision, this review, the coaching or one-on-one coaching with our counselors, or with me also. So we will be helping you in doing your study plan revision. And of course, we won't be let's say hindi namin kayo pababayaan when it comes to the study plan, because this is like the heart of your application. So we will take care of your heart, if I may say, okay? But we will be helping you in your study plan revision or your SOP, okay? So other than that, we will be helping you, or we will be the one who will do your visa lodging. And the great advantage here is you will be getting the full access to your account. Okay, so after that, after you get your visa decision, we will be also having our orientation, or the pre-departure orientation. So we will be guiding you, preparing you all throughout before you fly out to Canada. So we will be preparing you what documents do you need to prepare, and what kind of answers you need to answer to the immigration, as we all know. And so all of this package is what you will be getting in our services, and you will be getting it for free. So we don't collect any processing fees with our student. So you heard it right. It's on the screen. Yes, we don't collect any processing fees. Okay. However, there is an however or pero or bakit. But so we do collect security deposit of 10,500 pesos, which will be consumable for your visa application fees and biometrics fees. Okay. So let me walk you through to your basic requirements. So one of the requirements for you to confirm your slot with the school is your 1 semester tuition fee. So you will be paying directly to them or to your school, like Confed and like Cambrian, but we will be guiding you through the process. And for the show money, or what we call as the proof of funds. So that's the right term, proof of funds. Okay. So as an estimate for a solo applicant, you have to cover your 1-year tuition fee and 1-year living cost of 10,000 Canadian dollars. So in peso value, or if it's converted, okay, so it is amounting to 1 million peso. And there's no IELTS required. You won't be required to take IELTS exam for the school application or even the visa application. So as mentioned by the school representatives, they are only accepting or they are accepting English, a certificate of English as medium of instruction. And next would be the LOA from the school, the study plan that we will be helping you. Okay, and then of course the other documents like the proof of identity. So I want you guys to write up all your questions, because we will be opening the Q&A portion, and I just want to thank you guys for listening to my presentation to Canada through Kanata. Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Roy. That was so informative. I'm sure our attendees learned a lot, because it seems like a lot of our attendees are new to Kanata, or they don't have a lot of idea about Kanata. So it's good that you were able to attend, because now you have found out who we are and the services that we offer. All right. So now let's proceed with our Q&A session. Let me just scroll back. We had a question earlier. So it says here from Sir Michael, how about the senior high graduate? I'm just representing my daughter. So may I have perhaps Sir Roy to answer this question?
Yes, I think both of our school representatives is accepting graduate of senior high school, but they can explain further. So let's start with Miss Cristel about senior high school graduate applicant.
Yeah, we do accommodate different profile coming from the Philippines and elsewhere through Canada. So if you are a K-12 senior high school graduate, you're very much welcome. IELTS is not required. If you are a degree holder and if you're an old Philippine curriculum without any post-secondary, you're very much welcome to apply as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Chris. And Sophie?
Oh, yes. At Cambrian College, we do accept the K-10 or own curriculum for students. And we do have a few cases from Canada. Yeah, they already applied for occupational therapist assistant diploma for own curriculum, and we do accept and we do issue the LOA for you guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss
All
Sophie.
right. That's good. May I just ask Miss Sophia, for graduates of old curriculum, do they need to present any English placement test result, or is an MOI enough?
Yes, as I mentioned previously, we waive IELTS, so we only require MOI. So your student just needs to submit the MOI, medium of instruction.
Okay, I see. Sounds good. I'm sure some of our attendees feel relieved about that information, that they don't need to take an IELTS anymore, despite being graduates of the old curriculum. All right, so next. Uh-huh. Someone said, from Sir Michael as well, is the opportunity to work 100% sure? So would any of our presenters share their insights or answers regarding this question? How about Miss Christelle? Would you
Sure.
like to go first? Yes.
Opportunity to work part-time, full-time, on campus, off campus. The golden question is that please take note that we are number one, we're there to study and succeed academically. It's a blessing that we get to work part-time on the side and postgraduate. So if the question by logic, we would apply that, is it sure? Same with anywhere in the world, you would still need to apply for the position. So you would apply the right process, submit your CV, go for the interview, and get that job sealed for you. So it is still a process, and hopefully this has clarified. But that is a very important question. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yes. Yeah, sounds good. How about Miss Sophia? Would you like to add anything?
Oh, actually, I 100% agree with Aricel. Yeah, so to be honest, that we cannot guarantee about 100% job for international student, for student, right? It depends on their performance and also about depends on their network with employer or something like that. But again, as I mentioned that Sudbury is also the largest city in Northern Ontario. There are many job opportunity here for you guys. So and at Cambrian College, we do have the career center to have for international students. So if you need to support about resume or interview practice or something like that, just make appointment with us and we do support you guys. Yeah. Good luck, by the way.
Yes. Thank you so much for that, Miss Sophia and Miss Christelle. So basically, in terms of the guarantee, if whether the job is 100% sure or not, still depends, of course, on how you carry yourself during the interviews or how you perform, or at least what your credentials look like. So whether you are in the Philippines or in Canada, you'll be undergoing the same job application process anyway. But like Miss Sophia and Miss Christelle mentioned in their previous presentations, Thunder Bay and Sudbury, they are cities that offer a lot of jobs. So I don't think our attendees would need to worry about job availability. Okay, so next, so Sir Clifford asks, is study while working allowed? Um, will we still earn while working part-time?
Yeah, okay.
So, okay,
I think I can
can I
answer.
have, mhm,
Yeah, I can
yes,
answer
Sir
that
Right answer?
question. Rain, thank you. So, I think there will be a lot of questions regarding work. So, yes, you are allowed. You will be earning while you're on the job or you within your employment, but let's your first, let's say, responsibility or your obligation when it comes to if you want to proceed of going to Canada is you will be a student. So let's not forget that we do have or we need to comply with or respect the conditions of being an international student, and this is just a pathway for you to be able to um, go to Canada, and we are also blessed of that benefit that you are allowed to work part-time, or during your break you are allowed to work full-time, or if you do have a spouse, they can work full-time. But as an international student, your main goal is to be a student. Okay. And yeah, I do have a question here. If is there an age limit for school application? So, Ms. Crystal, can you give us
Yeah.
information for that?
Sure. So with that's one of the benefits about the pathway, as mentioned by Sir Roy earlier, there are different pathways as well. And through the study pathway, essentially, there is no max age limit or a roof for that, but there's a minimum. Although there are some circumstances wherein minimum is 18, typically like a senior or high school graduate. But there are some circumstances, I don't know, maybe with other schools as well, that they could accommodate, given that there's a reason behind the early age of being accommodated in Canada. Number one, of course, we've given a LOA and they have the visa approval. And ultimately, I guess what really also matters apart from the age is that um this is interrelated. So will I succeed with this program? It's not because what I heard it's good for PR, but what if you would suffer academically? We don't want that. You don't want that. You've invested your time, your money, effort. So make sure that the program you're going to go for is really aligned to your career goals, whether you have a background in it or you're going to hone your skills in this industry. So in that context, if I'm going for a program that may entail physical demand, if I want to be, maybe say in the engineering, you would be outdoor, you'll be using different equipment. So would you have the physical, mental, and emotional, I would say sound? Would you be sound to work on this? So we look at all aspects, not just the age, but you want to make sure that we're fit in all categories. And I think if I could also tap, so that's why RNIP is also good for those who may be in the mature category, okay? Because if you've earned the other requirements to get the points, like a 2-year program for Cambrian or from Confed, if you have stayed in the community, you level up the points and you don't need the other requirements, like one is age. So there you go. Hopefully that
Thank you,
helps.
Miss Crystal. How about you, Sophie?
Oh, actually, I think that Miss Giselle already answered my this question. Yeah, so you know that like RNIP for both Cambrian College and Confederation, you can see that one of the benefits for mature students. For example, in Sudbury, we refer from 25 to 45 applicants for this program. Yeah, so again, in Canada, I think that we don't limit the age for students. So even in Cambrian College, we have many students above 40 years old. They still study here. Yeah, so again, like Miss Rachel mentioned, it depends on your, and you need to fit to the program that you want to study.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Sophie.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you so much for that, Miss Sophia. Okay, we have another question. This is related to work again. Can the student bring along her parents with working visa, or it's just the student only? So this was covered in Sir Roy's presentation when you were discussing dependents. So would you like to answer this question, please?
Yeah, sure. For the dependents, they do get what we call open work permit, so they are allowed to work full time. Just take note, they can start working day one of your classes. So, yes, they are allowed, and you can bring your dependents, your spouse or your common law partner, and your children.
Yes.
And there's a question here asking about
Mhm.
LOA, the processing of a LOA. How many weeks that is the turnaround time or the expectation for the LOA to be released, or LOA or offer letter to be released to the applicants? Let's start with Miss Christelle.
Sure. Okay, so for there are some programs that may be really high of demand, meaning to say influx of application, it would take some time, like max would be 1 month. But typically for other programs, you could expect less than a week. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Christelle. Miss Sophie.
Yeah, so in terms of our processing application, so after you submit the application, you need to wait around 4 to 6 weeks to receive the readmit. And on the readmit, we will require you need to pay the first semester tuition fee as the deposit. Yeah, and then after around 1 week, you will receive the official LOA to go for a visa. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Miss Sophie.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Miss Sophie. Okay, so just to go back to the previous question, because the student was asking, can the student bring along her parent
Oh,
with
parent.
working visa? So yes, her parent with working visa. So this was asked by Miss Darlene. I just want to clarify, Miss Darlene, in this case, does the parent already have a working visa, or are you asking if the student can bring her parent under the category of dependent? So if you could please clarify that in the chat box, that would be very much appreciated. So while Miss Darlene is uh, following up on that, there's another question. Are you going to help us find jobs while studying? So this is connected to the question from earlier regarding the job guarantee. Like the presenters have mentioned, the job is not 100% guaranteed. So it doesn't automatically mean that you are going to get a job. However, in terms of helping, Miss Christelle and Miss Sophia mentioned that the schools have assistance centers, like career assistance centers. So they are going to help you look for jobs. So does Miss Christelle or Miss Sophia want to add anything regarding that?
Okay, I'll go first. Yes, absolutely right, Mr. Rain. So we do have different services from a third party and a student career wherein they could go for all the seminars, webinars, job fairs, and all of the activities provided by the campus. It's just one of those. We also have the Filipino community, international community. We've got forums that they could also refer from. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, okay.
Yes, and from me, for your information that we do have one intern student from the Philippines. Yeah, so I just let you know that we do offer the on-campus resident. I'm sorry, on-campus part-time job. Yeah, sorry, on-campus job opportunity for Filipino student, and you just need to meet the requirement. And again, at Cambrian College, we do have the career center to help your job opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Sophia. Okay, next, Miss Nessa asks, how much again is your processing fee? So, Sir Roy, will you please answer this question?
Yeah, sure. We don't collect any processing fees for our students. However, this also
Yes.
answers the question also that if we do have a deposit amount for or processing fees for our dependents, if you will bring dependents, yes, there will be a processing fees for the dependents, and we will be discussing it more on the one-on-one consultation. So, please, if you haven't shot your contact details for us to call you or give you a call for your one-on-one consultation, please chat in the chat box so we can have your one-on-one consultation and discuss further with your tailor fit recommendations with regards to your application. And some of you have different cases, so we will be providing advice and suggestions based on your background. Okay, thank you, Rain.
Okay, so thank you so much for that, Sir Roy. Just to reiterate again, here in Kanata, we don't collect any processing fees for the student applicant. However, like Sir Roy mentioned, if ever the student is going to bring any dependents with them, then yes, we do collect a processing fee. But then again, that can be discussed further in the one-on-one consultation that you can schedule with us. So that's why, for those of you who have not uh, put their full name, contact number, and email address in the chat box, please do so that we can reach out to you. All right, next. This question is for our school representatives. Do you have 1 year programs for civil engineering? So for Confederation College, do you have a 1 year program for civil engineering?
Right. Okay. So we do have, if I were to recommend, though, we don't have a 1 year program. It's typically 2 years. So we've got the technical side. That would be for 2 year. And then we also have the postgraduate We could go for engineering, business safety management, or potentially industrial manufacturing process. These are really great for their career progression. So, but 2 years, and again, it's an advantage as well. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Thank you. How about Miss Sophia? Does
Yeah,
Cambrian have a 1 year? Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah. Actually, for 1 year related to civil engineering, we don't have exact the program related to civil
Mm.
engineering. Maybe you consider about the project management. For 1 year, this is a postgrad certificate program. Otherwise, you should study 2 years, as Miss Retail mentioned, because you can maximum your benefit. You would like to stay in Canada up to 3 years, so you should study 2 years program. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that, Miss Sophia. All right. So Miss Darlene followed up on her question. Can the student bring his mom and apply for working visa? So I assume the parent is going to apply for a working visa. So may I have Sir Roy to please answer this question?
Yes. Okay. No working visa. Yes, for Miss Darlene, with regards to her question, if the main applicant would be let's say, the daughter or her son, so
Mhm.
no, she cannot bring her mom as a dependent. But if you decided to be, or Miss Darlene would be the primary applicant or the student, yes, you can bring your kids po along with your application. So it doesn't work like a vice versa. So it's only work for the only considered dependents is your spouse or your common law partner, and then your children. Other than that, it's not considered as a dependent anymore. Okay, I hope I make things clear, or if the question is if I get it right. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Sir Roy. I hope I hope we were able to answer Miss Darlene's question. Okay, next. Overall, how much is the estimated amount needed for the application? So again, I think this is a question for Sir Roy.
Okay. Thank you. So for the question of course, the money talks. So when money talks, everyone listens, right? So for the question of how much do you really need to prepare for the application is, there's two parts that you need to prepare. Number one is for the funds to your tuition fee. So that's one to consider, and because you will be paying directly or outright before we submit your application. And then of course the second part is your proof of funds. So for a solo applicant, as mentioned in the presentation, that there's an estimate of 1 million for a solo applicant. So there you go. You need to prepare at least 1 million on the bank, and then you have to settle the tuition fee of almost half or one semester of the or one half of the 1 year tuition fee. Okay, thank you, Lorraine.
Okay, so I would just like to thank everyone for leaving their contact details in the chat box. Please expect a call from us next week. Our education counselors will reach out to you so that you can schedule a one-on-one consultation with our counselors. Now, I just want to know, Sir Roy, do you have any questions on your end? Perhaps someone sent you a direct message.
Yes. For applicants that there's a question in the YouTube stream asking about the accommodation. So is there a let's say a shortage in terms of the accommodations in both respective locations of the schools? Can you go first, Miss Crystal?
Sure. Okay. So I guess it's across Canada, but I think the term would be competitiveness when it comes to finding the accommodation that you like. All right, because schools Canada in general will not accept international students if there are not enough housing, whichever part of the country they would be. But the competitiveness for seeking the availability right away. It may take some time. If before you find it before a month before, maybe now it's gonna take some time to find for housing, even for on and off campus. So there will still be accommodation. Otherwise, they won't accept international students. Yeah. Thank you. I hope I was able to
thank you,
clear
sister.
that out. Thank
How about you, Miss Sophie?
Oh well, yeah. So if you apply for the main intake, like September intake, I recommend that you need to look for the accommodation as soon as possible, like before 2 or 3 months. Yeah, and also we do have the on-campus resident, but we cannot guarantee the slot for you if you apply so late, right? So that's the reason why at Cambrian College we offer the accommodation 100% reimbursement for maximum 2 nights in Sudbury. Yeah, I mean that is one of the hotel in Sudbury. So in case if you cannot look for the accommodation right away, you can book the hotel in Sudbury to stay, and then you can connect with the current Filipino community here and to look for the housing of campus. Yeah. Yeah, but again, we will try our best to support to international students to look for the accommodation. Yes.
All right.
Okay, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for that,
Thank
Miss
you.
Sophie. Okay, so for our attendees, for our prospective students, don't worry about the accommodation because as Miss Christelle and Sophia mentioned, in campus, they do provide assistance. So you would be able to reach out to the schools. Okay, so we're down to our last three questions. So someone asked, 1 year program or 2 semesters, right? Yes. So there are 2 semesters per school year. That means 8 months also, yes. So when we say 1 year program, that can be as short as 8 months. However, that is still considered like a full year of a study. So the postgraduate work permit that you will get is also equivalent to 1 year. So 1 year of study or 8 months of study, then 1 year postgraduate work permit. Okay, so next, what if I have a sister living in Canada and I applied for a student visa with dependents? Do I need to show proof of income about 500,000? So I think this is a question for Sir Roy.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you, Junifer, for answering the question. I think also with Cicino, this is also
Mm.
same question with regards to sponsorship. So I would suggest that or we would call you first thing on Monday to discuss this sponsorship details so we can assess your let's say case or your status when it comes to providing advices for your sponsorship, but to give you a glimpse of how do the sponsorship works. Yes, to answer the question, yes, you will be still needed. And it depends on how much and depends on how many applicants that you will be applying. Like if you do have dependents or you're a solo applicant, but if you're let's say or let's assume that you're a solo applicant, sponsorship is not a 50-50. Okay, so it can cover the 100% or more. So I can discuss this a little bit further, but we don't have much time to discuss further, and we would love to assist you in terms of your concerns in your concerns about your sponsorship, or how can we be the strategic way of applying. And also last question for Nessa is they are asking about if the May intake is still open. So as mentioned by Miss Crystal and Miss Sophie, is their May intakes or applications are still open. So there are programs that are still open. So I suggest guys, please submit your applications with us so we can help you get a seat with them while it's still open. So it's kind of fast track when it comes to May intake because there's a limited time for it. But if you act fast or you take action quickly, you'll be getting that seat that you want for May intake. So guys, I want to thank you all of the attendees here and to to all of to also to our school representative, Miss Cristel and Miss Sophie. Thank you so much, guys, for your time during this weekend. And Lorraine, anything to add?
Yes, all right. So thank you so much for our presenters, Miss Cristel, Miss Sophia, Sir Roy. I would also like to thank our attendees. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end. I hope that you learned a lot. Don't worry, we will contact you again next week for a one-on-one consultation. So for everyone, just uh, I hope you can stay tuned for any future webinars, info sessions, or in-person events that we may have. Please make sure also to follow us in our social media accounts so you'll stay updated about any events that we might have in the future. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. That's it for our info session today. I hope that you learned a lot. Thank you.
Okay, happy
Bye.
weekend, guys. Happy weekend, Miss Cristel, Sophie.
Thank you.